Right now, your body is doing something strange. It is preparing for a winter that will never come. It is hoarding energy for a famine that does not exist. It is scanning the room for threats that are not there. And the most unsettling part? It has been doing this your entire life. You think you live in the modern world. Your body disagrees. Deep inside the machinery of your biology, inside your hormones and your hunger and your heartbeat, something ancient is running. Something that was calibrated not for offices and supermarkets and streetlights, but for tall grass and open sky, and the very real possibility that today might be the day something decides to eat you. Your body is not broken. It is just still living in 10,000 BC. This is not a metaphor. This is literal biology. The human genome has barely changed in the last 10,000 years. Geneticist Spencer Wells, who spent decades mapping human migration and evolution, put it plainly: the bodies walking around today are the same bodies that hunted mammoths, buried their dead, and fell asleep under open stars. The hardware is identical, only the world around it changed. And the world changed so fast that evolution never had a chance to catch up. You are a Pleistocene creature in a world your ancestors could not have imagined, and every day, your ancient body tries to navigate a landscape it was never built for. So when your body does something that seems irrational, something that makes no sense in the modern world, pay attention, because it is not malfunctioning. It is doing exactly what it was designed to do. In a world that no longer exists, start with something simple. Start with why you cannot stop eating sugar and fat. You already know you should not eat the whole bag. You know this. And yet, something in you keeps reaching. Researchers call this caloric prioritization, and it traces back to a fundamental rule your ancestors lived by. If high-calorie food is available, consume as much of it as possible because you do not know when you will eat again. Anthropologist Herman Ponce, who has studied modern hunter-gatherer populations like the Hadza of Tanzania for years, found that even people living the same lifestyle as your ancestors do not eat 3 meals a day on a schedule. They eat when food is available. They feast when there is feast. They endure when there is none. Your body learned this rhythm over hundreds of thousands of years. Then someone invented the pantry, and your body never got the update. So every time you sit in front of abundant food, your ancient system does its job. It signals hunger even when you are not hungry. It amplifies pleasure when you eat fat and sugar. It suppresses the stop signal just long enough for one more bite. Because in 10,000 BC, one more bite might be the difference between surviving winter and not. Your body is not weak. It is doing precisely what kept your ancestors alive. It just does not know that the Ice Age is over. Now think about your sleep. You have probably heard that 8 hours is the ideal. But why do so many people wake in the middle of the night and cannot get back to sleep? Why do so many people hit a wall in the early afternoon, that crushing 2 o'clock fog no matter how well rested they feel? Psychiatrist Thomas Weir conducted a landmark experiment in the 1990s, removing artificial light from subjects for weeks at a time and monitoring their sleep. What he found rewrote everything. Without electric light, humans naturally sleep in 2 separate segments. A first sleep of roughly 4 hours. Then a quiet waking period of 1 to 2 hours in the middle of the night. Then a second sleep, biphasic sleep, split in 2. And this pattern, the one your body still tries to return to the moment artificial light disappears, was almost certainly how your ancestors slept for most of human existence. That waking period in the night was not wasted time. Research into pre-industrial societies suggests it was used for reflection, for conversation, for intimacy, for tending fires, for simply lying in the dark and thinking. It was the quiet center of the human night. And then the light bulb arrived. And your body, which had kept that rhythm for 10,000 years, suddenly found itself being told to compress everything into a single uninterrupted block. The 2 o'clock fog? That is your ancient body hitting its natural transition point between first sleep and second sleep. It is waiting for the dark that is not coming. You are not bad at sleeping. You are just trying to sleep in the wrong shape. Go deeper. Think about your stress response. When something frightens you, when a car horn blares or a name appears on your phone that makes your stomach drop, your body does something immediate. Your heart rate jumps, your muscles tense, Your digestion pauses. Cortisol floods your bloodstream. This is the fight or flight response, and it was not designed for modern threats. It was designed for predator.